Hello, my name is Pavel Padilla Mendoza, and this is my BSE Introduction Application video. I am a US born Mexican American student that is fluent in both English and Spanish. I started my academic career here at Delaware Tech in the fall of 2022, straight out of high school. I was a prospective nursing student for about 2 years until I switched my major to elementary education in the spring of 2024. Thankfully, I've been able to maintain a 3.27 grade point average, as well as hold down a job at the State and Campus Advising Center. I believe I will be an effective educator because I am committing myself to creating a classroom where students feel seen, valued, and are excited to learn. As a multilingual educator, I plan to connect with my students and their families, especially if they're ELLs, since they need extra support. Additionally, I want students to educate themselves via fun. Education doesn't have to be mundane. I learned this especially when I was doing my kindergarten observations. Students don't learn through lecture, they learn through experiences. Students want to touch stuff, they want to see videos, they want to go on field trips. They learn that way. And this carries on from K to fifth grade. And that's my goal. My goal is to incorporate a touch of modernism, technology, cultural responsive teaching, and just plain old fun so my students can learn and have every bit of chance that all their students have to further their education and hopefully become great people someday. My experience with children. My experience is from working 2 years at Delaware Tech summer camp as a summer camp counselor. I've been able to work with students from K to sixth grade, being typically placed in the third to fifth grade setting. I've been able to support these students in an individual, small group, and whole group manner, building strong bonds with these students and helping them grow through social emotional learning. I've also had my experience through my 40 plus hours of classroom observations. I'm learning what students want and what they don't want from their educators, as well as being able to support Spanish students through their ELL journey with my Spanish abilities. My challenge story would be the one about me losing my true self. Towards the tail end of my nursing career, my life was at the lowest it could be. It became a consistent cycle of waking up, class, and studying, and that was my life for about 3 months. I had no time for a social life, barely enough time for my parents, and it also affected me physically. Stress would have me physically convulse, and that would also lead me to stress eat. And the stress eating led me to having a fatty liver, which only hastened my failure in certain classes and helped me be groggy and just not want to wake up some days. But I knew it was going to be okay since these trials and tribulations would lead to my success in wanting to help people. That was my ultimate goal ever, to help people. And I didn't know who to reach out to ask for help until one day I decided to ask Dr. Mike McCluskey at the Stanton campus for some help. He helped me realize that helping someone doesn't mean sticking them with a needle or helping them in a nursing home. It could also mean helping someone educationally. He helped me realize that my strengths would be better suited for an education setting. My patience, communication, my bilingual skills. I decided to change my major at that moment, but I thought to myself, this was a failure. I failed at the nursing school. But no, it wasn't a failure. I realized that day that it was choosing the right path for me, even if it wasn't what I set out to do in the first place. But I've never been happier to be where I am today, including the failures. And I thank Dr. Mike McCluskey for that every day. Thank you for letting me apply. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Um, I may not have always wanted to be a teacher, but I have never wanted anything more right now than to be an educator. And no matter what happens to my application or what happens in the future, I am very grateful to all of my educators for helping me shape who I've become and who I hope to be in the future. I cannot wait to continue my education here at Delaware Tech, and I hope you consider me as a candidate. Thank you.